Good morning and welcome to this webinar series in which today we shall be discussing regarding the management of coronavirus, the COVID-19 that we are into these days. I'll take you through the management of stable COVID-19, not focusing on the acute management as of now in this part that will be covered separately. So as you all know, COVID-19 is a very important emerging viral respiratory illness which is caused by the SARS coronavirus 2, initially identified in Wuhan city of China. And now it is actually, this data is slightly old, but as of now it has affected more than 187 countries, more than 6 lakh cases, more than 7 lakh cases actually, and more than 35 to 40,000 deaths have occurred. As we all know, the disease is transmitted through respiratory droplets, and the clinical presentation may vary from a spectrum may vary from just stable, mild, self-limiting type illness to a stable to a more of a severe or life-threatening illness causing ARDS and sepsis, septic shock as. Just a little bit about the clinical symptomatology. The onset occurs mostly within 10 days of the exposure, and it is mostly manifested by the presence of fever, presence of dry cough, mostly dry cough, maybe sometimes associated with expectoration, and also shortness of breath. And in a small percentage of cases, it may need hospitalization. So this spectrum is what is known as the SARI, which is the severe acute respiratory illness, about which we will be talking. The COVID-19 SARI surveillance case definitions include the following. So, for surveillance purposes, a SARI occurring in a person who has got a history of fever and also cough, and he requires admission to the hospital but doesn't have any other etiology that fully explains the clinical presentation. And along with that, he should have any of the following, that is, a history of international travel in the past 14 days previously to the symptom onset, and also the disease which occurs in a healthcare worker who has been working in an environment where patients are there with SARI, and we don't know about their place of residence or history of travel, or somebody who develops an unexplained or unusual clinical course, especially related to his respiratory symptoms, respiratory failure, and one doesn't really know his history of travel or place of residence, and there is no substantial cause kind of identified as for the illness. Secondly, a person with any degree of respiratory illness or severity who within the last 14 days had any of these following exposure, that is a close physical contact with a confirmed case of COVID while that patient was symptomatic, and also a person who is working in a healthcare facility in a country where significant number of COVID-19 infections have been reported. Continuing with that, the severity of illness also ranges from mild uncomplicated illness to severe complicated illnesses, and we won't go through all these definitions in detail, but mild illness, just like any other flu like upper respiratory illness, non-specific symptoms, fever, dry cough, sore throat, a bit of nasal congestion, malaise, and headache. And atypical symptoms may occur in the elderly or those who are immunosuppressed. Then there may be the symptom of pneumonia, the spectrum of pneumonia, which may be mild, severe, or complicated, which may or may not be associated with any signs of severe pneumonia or severe pneumonia. This is the important group in which the subjects have got tachypnea, they may have hypoxemia, or they may have severe respiratory signs of severe respiratory distress as manifested by the use of accessory muscles, not able to speak in complete sentences, and so on. And then there is another spectrum of the very severe complicated illness which manifest as ARDS type picture, may have sepsis, septic shock, altered sensorium, and other neurological features. So this spectrum is a kind of range of spectrum of the clinical